Why is intelligence getting in the PR game? It's not their job. Their job is to inform decision makers. Okay, so the way it should work is that British intelligence briefs, then the customers sit there and take that intelligence, and the customer goes forward and starts saying, well, we believe that the Russians are suffering very high casualties, da 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 da. But with British intelligence coming out, you automatically know that they're in the information warfare game, and their job is to spin. But who are they spinning? I mean, I would imagine that the Russian high command has a good idea of what their casualty figures are. They don't need British intelligence to tell them. Russian people certainly don't believe British. So British intelligence is impressing whom? A Western audience. For what purpose? We in the West get caught up with our own, the information warfare that we're waging against ourselves.
Good day, everyone. Today, we delve into the latest developments on the Eastern Front, with precise information and in-depth analysis of the loss of Robotyne for Ukraine. Inspector Scott Ritter offers intriguing insights you won't want to miss. We'll shed light on the key events and strategic maneuvers reshaping the battlefield. Stay tuned as we uncover the truths behind the headlines. Let's get started. We begin with the latest developments in Robotyne, where significant shifts have taken place. Mr. Scott recently commented on Ukraine's preoccupation with media victories to secure funding and political support. He contrasted this with Russia's meticulous planning, execution, and silence in achievements, which makes them particularly dangerous on the battlefield. Their adept information warfare can obscure or even completely mask their tactical movements and strategic intentions. The Russian Ministry of Defense has officially announced the liberation of Robotyne. Just yesterday, Russian forces secured the entire Ukrainian defense line in this area, compelling Ukrainian troops to withdraw in disarray. The scale of Ukraine's losses is staggering. Over the past 5 to 6 months, Ukraine has lost hundreds of thousands of soldiers and thousands of pieces of military equipment. Despite their immense investment of resources and efforts, the Ukrainian forces could not hold their ground. Initially, Western media heralded Ukraine's capture of Robotyne as a miraculous victory, portraying it as a pivotal moment in President Zelensky's political career. However, the situation has dramatically reversed. Russia's strategic and silent counteroffensive has profoundly altered the battlefield dynamics. The implications of this shift are immense, signaling a strategic pivot that could reshape the entire conflict. As Russian forces fortify their positions in Robotyne, their next objectives are becoming clear. They are advancing towards Novodenilivka and Mala Tokmachka, with the broader aim of reaching Zaporozhye and eventually Dnipro. This calculated maneuver is designed to penetrate deeper into Ukrainian-held territories, systematically dismantling Ukrainian defenses and preparing for further operations. Let's not overlook the cost of this offensive. Ukraine's high-profile defense of Robotyne has cost them dearly, both in manpower and materiel. The Western-supported narrative of a miraculous victory has been starkly contradicted by the harsh reality on the ground. The strategic liberation of Robotyne without grand announcements underscores the efficiency and determination of Russian operations. The Russian strategy appears to be moving from a phase of attrition to a more decisive operational approach. By targeting key locations like Novodenilivka and Mala Tokmachka, the Russian military is paving the way for a potential push towards larger, strategically significant cities like Zaporozhye and Dnipro. In the broader context, the liberation of Robotyne marks a significant milestone in the conflict, demonstrating a shift in momentum. The next phase of operations will likely focus on securing strategic footholds, disrupting Ukrainian supply lines, and maintaining the pressure on Ukrainian defenses. The unfolding events in Robotyne are a testament to the shifting tides of this conflict, with Russian forces now firmly on the offensive. With Robotyne secured and the next strategic objectives identified, let's move to the broader tactical maneuvers executed by Russia over the past few days. 3 days ago, Ukraine launched a significant offensive, firing 16 ATACMS missiles targeting the northern airport of Simferopol. According to Russian reports, 13 of these missiles were intercepted by air defenses, while 3 managed to hit the ground, causing explosions. Ukraine claims to have struck a Russian air defense system during this attack. However, the following night, An additional 5 ATACMS missiles were launched by Ukraine but were again intercepted by Russian defenses, leaving the true impact of these missile strikes ambiguous and unverified. The financial implications of these missile strikes are considerable. Each ATACMS missile costs nearly $2 million, bringing the total expenditure for these 21 missiles to approximately $42 million. Despite this hefty price tag, the tactical advantage gained by Ukraine remains questionable. In response, Russia executed a series of precise missile strikes. Utilizing Iskander missiles, Russian forces targeted key Ukrainian artillery positions in Avdiivka, Pokrovsky, and Kremenchuk. These strikes were strategically aimed at disrupting Ukrainian artillery capabilities in Kharkiv, effectively neutralizing several artillery units before they could fire on local resident area. Moreover, Russian missile strikes have been reported in the border regions of Sumy and Chernihiv, with a particularly high intensity in Sumy. These strikes are part of a broader strategy to destabilize Ukrainian defense lines and disrupt logistical support. The precision and effectiveness of these Russian missile strikes underscore the ongoing intensity of the conflict. Russia's tactical approach involves not only neutralizing immediate threats but also creating long-term strategic advantages by dismantling Ukrainian military infrastructure. Additionally, Russian forces have been employing a combination of FAB bombs, UAV strikes, and artillery bombardments across various fronts. In Borova, a significant Ukrainian stronghold, Russian missile strikes have disrupted major Ukrainian defense positions, indicating a well-coordinated effort to weaken Ukrainian resistance systematically. These tactical maneuvers illustrate the chess game being played on the ground, where each side aims to outmaneuver the other with precision and strategy. The ongoing missile exchanges and their impacts highlight the high-stakes environment of the conflict. Now, let's shift our focus to the political arena, where significant developments have also taken place. Former UN Inspector Scott Ritter has pointed out that Russia's meticulous reshuffling of its military leadership is a strategic move to enhance their effectiveness on the battlefield. In a significant political maneuver, Russian President Vladimir Putin has been actively reorganizing his military leadership. Before departing for China, he met with top defense officials and appointed new commanders to key positions. General Lapin has been appointed to lead the newly established Leningrad Military District, a formation originally intended to counter Finland's NATO membership. His reassignment from his previous role in Kharkiv suggests a strategic pivot, possibly aimed at bolstering northern defenses and preparing for broader military engagements. This realignment is part of a larger strategy, reflecting Putin's approach to enhancing operational effectiveness across different fronts. The Leningrad Military District, positioned strategically, could play a critical role in countering NATO influence and securing Russia's northern flank. Speculation is rife about General Surovikin potentially taking command of this crucial district. Given his extensive experience overseeing operations on the Ukrainian front, his appointment could signify a notable escalation in Russia's military strategies. His leadership might lead to more aggressive and well-coordinated campaigns, reflecting Russia's broader strategic objectives. These leadership changes are not merely administrative adjustments but are indicative of a broader strategic vision. Putin's reorganization aims to streamline command structures, improve operational efficiency, and ensure that Russia's military objectives are met with precision and effectiveness. Moreover, this reshuffling underscores Russia's adaptability and readiness to respond to evolving threats. By placing experienced and capable commanders in pivotal roles, Russia is positioning itself to better manage its military operations and counteract any potential challenges. In summary, these changes reflect a significant shift in Russia's military strategy, aligning with their broader geopolitical goals. The strategic importance of the Leningrad Military District, coupled with the expertise of commanders like General Lapin and potentially General Surovikin, highlights Russia's commitment to maintaining a robust and adaptive military posture. As we move from military leadership to ground operations, let's examine the latest on the ground offensives and their implications. From strategic leadership changes to ground operations, let's delve into the recent tactical maneuvers and their impact on the conflict. In recent days, Russian forces have intensified their offensive across multiple fronts, with tactical bombings and artillery strikes along the Sumy and Chernihiv borders and significant activity in Kharkiv. In Borova, a major Ukrainian stronghold, Russian missile strikes have disrupted defenses, showcasing Russia's relentless push forward. These advances are part of a broader strategy to control key regions and disrupt Ukrainian supply lines. Former UN Inspector Scott Ritter has highlighted how Russia's meticulous planning and execution, coupled with their adept use of information warfare, make them particularly dangerous on the battlefield. This strategic precision is evident in their recent movements and tactical successes. As we discuss these military movements, it's crucial to remember the political ramifications. The recent assassination attempt in Slovakia adds a layer of complexity to the geopolitical landscape, reflecting the far-reaching impacts of this conflict. In conclusion, the conflict between Russia and Ukraine remains highly dynamic, with significant military and political maneuvers unfolding daily. The liberation of Robotyne and strategic missile exchanges highlight the war's intensity. With new leadership appointments and evolving strategies, the coming days promise further developments. We'll keep you updated on all fronts as the situation progresses. Thank you for joining us tonight. Stay tuned for more updates on this critical conflict. Good night.